So recently I was sitting next to a client of mine, and the client came and he was talking about a food company, a startup food company which has gone on to become 100 crores, and his business is again into food, and his father has started some 20-25 years back, and he was asking me this question: when can I become a 100 crore company? He has the product, he already has a setup, he already has people, everything is in favor, but I just looked at him and said, I don't think you can become a 100 crore company that you're looking to be. And he was shocked because everything was in his favor. So why am I telling that? If you want to know, I'm just going to explain it in the video as to why many of the people, maybe a set business, you already have business, and those people cannot go on to become a 100 crore company. And even looking at these startups, some of them who just are starting their business, they aspire to be a 50 crore, 100 crore and 1000 crore companies. And let me tell you, some of you may have the product, but still chances are you may not go on to become that 100 crore and a unicorn and all those things. So why? So let's understand for business what is very important. For business, the first and foremost thing is the leader, is the founder, is the visionary. The first and foremost thing that is very important is, who are you as a founder? Why are you into this business? Why do you want to do this business? Now, there are many things in business, but one thing, yes, business is for profits, but to understand business, business is actually looking to solve problems of the world. The bigger the problem of the world you can solve, the bigger the money you get. There is problems everywhere. Is your business solving a problem? One. Second, if your business is solving a problem, how big is the problem that your business is solving? And if bigger the problem and your company, your business can solve that problem, then bigger the money you make. But then, is it the money that is driving you, or is it the solution for solving this problem your business is doing it? So why are you doing it as an entrepreneur? Why are you doing as a business owner? Why are you doing this? Is it for money or is it to solve a problem? So the first step, very important, is you. You the visionary, you the person who started that business, you have to ask this question. And if you only want to build a 100 crore and 1000 crore company, sell off your company and then go on to use that money to enjoy the luxuries of life, let me tell you, you're not going to get that money. Why? Let's look at this. On an average in a year's time, a research was done few years back in US, and say for example, if in a year, right, 100,000 companies start. In the 5 years time, only 10% of that company sustains. That means out of 100,000, it's only 10,000 companies which sustain or continue. Out of these 10,000, again, the next 5 years, there are only some 100 to 500 companies which are still continuing to exist. And in this 500 companies, it's only the 5 companies that go on to actually become the crorepatis and the billionaires of whatever we are thinking about. So look at the ratio, right? So why is it that this only 4 or 5 people go on to achieve what every startup's dream is, to be a unicorn, to be a 100 crore company, a $1 billion company? It is all about the founder. Let's look at Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Now when he started, he gave that solution to solve a problem, and the problem was solving the problem of connecting with friends. He gave this solution to his friends and asked them to build a platform, which they did not do. So Mark, when he started his business, again, he did not think it as a business model, but as he was going and he was solving the problem, Facebook today is a big story for all of us to look, learn and understand. But one thing, it did not happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. It takes time. But then the passion, the purpose was always there. And there's only one problem, if you look at it, Facebook was solving and still solving for all of us. So what is that one problem in the world that is exciting for you to solve? And if even after having that billions of dollars and you're still excited to solve that problem, then you will go on to become a legend in life. So this is what is the starting point for startups. One is you. Second, When we talk about business, there are many things that is required, and let's look at the top 3 or 4 things which is really required. A good finance understanding, right? Business and finance are synonymous, but I find that people only have a product in hand. Yes, good product is must. I'll just come to it next, but finance is something, an understanding of finance, an understanding of a business model. Many of us, we don't understand finance, we understand business. We think that buying a product at 100 rupees and selling it at 150 and we made a profit of 50 rupees. No, there are so many more things involved from a 100 rupee product and selling it to 150 rupees, and that is where finance comes into play. You need to have knowledge of finance, and finance is not just accounting. Finance is not just an accountant doing his job, it is understanding the reports that is coming out of it. What are you understanding from the report? Now, simple thing like costing. So just buying at 100 and selling at 150. So what's your cost? Let's understand. Costing is also about your rentals, your manpower cost. It's not just a product cost. So we need to have a deeper and a better understanding of finance itself. So do you have a better understanding of finance? And maybe it is not necessary that you as a founder have to have all the understanding. You can hire people for finance. You can outsource today. In today's world, you have teams which are ready to become your virtual CFOs, and then they can take care of it. Third, product. Now you may have the world's best product, but then if it is not going to solve a problem, then that product is of no use. And what is the lifespan of the product? Is this the product which is just coming at the fag end of technological development? Mobile phones, everybody has a mobile phone, and you also come up with a new mobile phone. So tell me now, can you gain that market? The chances are yes, no, maybe depending upon the product, but what phase of the product cycle, of the life cycle of the product, you are launching that product. So it's again very important. Startup does not just mean that you're going to succeed, it's also about understanding, is your idea unique, is your product unique, is the first in the whole race, right? Do you have the first mover's advantage? And if you have the first mover's advantage, you need to sustain long enough, because the market may not even know or understand your product. So when you talk about product, yes, you already have some 10-15 tested products in the market, then you're competing with 10-15 different products in the market. So product is important, but then is it the first mover advantage you have, or now you're coming up with a similar product in the market, but there are some better features, the features which are way ahead of all the other products in the market. And next, in the product, do you have a real good marketing strategy, a message for you, or the product representing what you represent for? So we need to understand that when you talk about a product, you need to understand whether your product is first or is it the best. So either it has to be the first in the market or the best in the market to capture the market.